Hey, welcome back and welcome to the new subscribers. Quick question. How many times have you watched price rip through a liquidation zone, thought, okay, that's done, and then watched it just keep going and take out two more levels below it? That's a cascade. And until now, the tool had no way to tell you whether a zone was going to hold or whether hitting it was just the start of a much bigger sweep. Version 0.1.0 fixes that. Two new signals, no extra setup. Let me show you. The tool has been doing one thing well since the beginning, showing you where the liquidation zones are across Binance, Bybit, OKX, Hyperliquid, 8 exchanges in total, and telling you how strong each one is in dollar terms. So you'd see something like there is a $4 million zone at 79,200, a $8 million zone at 76,500, a weak one at 81,000. That's probably won't matter. That's already more than most people have. But there were always two things missing. First thing, if that 79,200 zone gets hit, does it hold? Or does it sweep through and take out the 76,500 too? Number two, right now, which of these zones is price most magnetically attracted to? That's what this release answers. So every liquidation zone has its own story. Some are isolated, price hits, some longs get wiped, it stabilizes. Others are the first in a domino chain effect, where three or four zone stacks on top of each other, and once the first one breaks, price doesn't price doesn't stop until it's through all of them. The difference between those two situations is everything. If you're trading the move, what the signals tell you? The new cascade signal looks at each zone and gives you three numbers: probability score from 0 to 100, how likely it is this zone to trigger a chain reaction if it gets hit. Not just is there liquidity here, but how dangerous is this specific cluster given what's stacked behind it and how close we are to it right now. A chain length, how many consecutive zones would get swept if this one breaks. One means it's isolated. Three means three zones are packed tight enough that they'll all go one after another. And a target price. The estimate endpoint of that sweep, the price where the chain would likely exhaust. What actually goes into the score? Four things. How close is the zone to current price? Proximity matters a lot. How big is it in dollar terms compared to everything else around it? How many other zones are stacked right behind it, tight enough to chain? And what the funding rate is doing. If funding is already leaning in the same direction as potential cascade, that gets counted as a confirmation and the score goes up. You don't need to think about any of that manually. The score combines it all for you. Signal number two, where is the price going next? The gravity ID. Uh, this one simpler this one is simpler to explain. Liquidation zones don't just sit there passively. They pull price towards them. The bigger the zone and the closer it is to where you are right now, the stronger the pull. It works actually like gravity in physics. Mass divided by distance squared. Double the distance and the pull drops to a quarter. So a massive zone far away can lose to a smaller zone that's right here. The result is ranking of every zone by how strongly it's pulling on price from the current level. Rank 1 is the strongest magnet, the most probable next destination. How do you use it? One call gives you all the scores across every zone. Another one-liner gives you just the gives you just the number one target price level, how much liquidity is sitting there, and how strong the pull is. This isn't prediction in the sense of this will be definitely happening. It's probability weighting out of everything on the map right now. Every cluster across all exchanges, here's the one price is most drawn to if it starts moving. Putting both signals together, the way to use both together is pretty natural. Gravity tells you the direction where price is likely to go. Cascade tells you the risk. If that zone gets hit, does it stop there, or is it the start of a bigger wipeout? Strong gravity pull toward a zone that also has a high cascade score behind it. That's a setup worth paying attention to. If you're already using the tool, updating is one command. Everything from before works the same. The two new signals are completely optional. They don't change anything that was already there. The links to PyPy and GitHub are in the description. What's next? And for the version 0.1.1 that's already planned, exchange bias. Right now you get the combined picture across all exchanges. Next release will break it down per exchange. If Binance, Bybit, and Hyperliquid are all showing heavily long positions, the that convergence across exchanges is stronger signal than a single one alone. We'll have a momentum filter combining zone strength with price direction, so you only get flagged on zones where the trend is actually aligned with the liquidity cluster. Reduces noise significantly. Better liquidation price estimates using the actual margin tiers tables from Binance and Bybit to make the liq price calculations more accurate on high leverage positions. Thank you for watching. To everyone who's been using this and sending feedback, this release exists because of that. Keep coming. GitHub and PyPy are in the description. Subscribe if you want to catch the version 0.1.1 drop, and see you then, guys. Bye.